come and go.
More things I've done to cut corners is I've cut rags into like towels into like smaller rags, and I use those. I haven't had paper towels in like 2 months. With my dishwasher, I squirt a little bit of Dawn in there now because I've been out of tabs. It's fine. I threw a little bleach in there too, like just a little capful, little bit of bleach, and I'm making my own freaking dish tabs. When I do my laundry, I mean, I'm using a lot less detergent than I usually do. There's ways you can make your own and get everything from the Dollar Tree.
Yeah, we all need to be concerned, and you all need to be concerned as younger Americans. It is very easy to have a good job and end up in my predicament at my age, which is 59, where you don't have any savings to retire, and you know, it's a struggle to pay bills. And considering that a bag of chips is as much as an hour minimum wage pay is pretty messed up.
I shampoo today, and I got it from the Dollar Tree. I don't know. I used to buy Olaplex, you know, all the good stuff for a very long time. For at least 7 years, I've been using nothing but Olaplex. For the big one is $80. I'm down to like $3.99 shampoo, from $80 shampoo to $3.99. Toothpaste, I mean, I use baking soda, and it works really good. It gets my teeth white. I use coconut oil and do coconut oil pulling. It's okay. I'm using coconut oil. You can get it from the dollar store. I hate to say it. I use coconut oil as my moisturizer. Literally, I am putting all the makeup I've ever had. I save every single container, and I use a paintbrush. I put a paintbrush down into the container to get every last little drop out of it. It's crazy. There's no way when I start working again that I'm going to just become frivolous. I'm not gonna just start getting my hair done again. I'm not gonna get my nails.
I feel the same way.
It's over with. I have 11 years worth of Lululemon stockpiled. I'll be wearing that even though it doesn't fit to the day I die. I am not going to be buying any more clothes. I mean, I haven't bought clothes. I bought this from Target for $5, and I'm wearing my Lululemons that are $160 that I got 10 years ago. Still wearing them. My shoe collection on the wall, all, Brooks shoes. I buy new insoles for them, and I just swap them out from other pairs of shoes, really. I don't buy even new ones anymore. You gotta figure out ways to cut down everything you've got going on, and then start building your empire back up again. And figured this girl's video about, she said, how if you're single and all alone, and how are you staying afloat financially? I'm underwater right now for sure. Just say it. I have cut my bills down. I have canceled my cable. I have a change jar for real backup with like $300 in quarters in my change.
She's right about everything.
For emergency eating. We don't turn on the heater, the air conditioner. We turn all the lights off. Literally, I have menopause, and I'm gonna need that AC this summer, man. I'm telling you, it's St. Louis. It gets hot down here. But my food, I got my food whittled down to like barely nothing. I said, hey, it's okay to be anorexic. It's all right. I'm overweight by 45 pounds. It's all good. So yeah, you make things happen. Every boomer parent that, if you did have one in your life that's not helping you, they go, you'll figure it out. You're damn right, you'll figure it out. You're gonna freak out. You're gonna start selling your You're gonna start selling your You're gonna
and having to do the things that she's talking about doing.
You're gonna start hitting up people for jobs, and during the interview you're gonna be begging, but you already have a full-time job. I don't actually have a job, and I don't know how I'm making it happen. So this is how it's gonna be, and it might not get easier. I don't want to be a pessimist, but I'm 40. I'm almost 46, and the corporate world, that's hard to be in there after 40. Restaurants for sure over 40. I'm 46 trying to get a waitress job. Nobody wants a piece of this. All right, maybe a casino. I don't want to do anything. You get on such a high horse as you get older. You don't want to live all. Okay, you don't want to work at Kmart. You want to work at Nordstrom's, if anything. But these places that want me to work like 2 days a week, low man on the totem pole, it's never going to pay my bills. I have to get every single thing down to almost nothing. I have to live almost nothing. Doing my own hair. I got my sister to cut my hair.
This is crazy because it's true.
All right. Even homeless people can scrounge up a suit to wear, okay? I've seen it. You'll quit drinking if you drink. You'll quit smoking if you smoke. You can't afford those things. Cigarettes, alcohol, going on frivolous trips to Home Depot to go buy plants for the front of your house, that's out. You're gonna start figuring out, like, maybe be a dog walker. There's not a lot. There's a lot of choices, but not good ones, you know? You could get hurt in an older age being a dog walker, being a FedEx delivery person. You ever see those people jump out of the cars and run with a package and outrun a dog and hop over a fence? I'm not doing that.
Nope.
Hell no. I'm gonna go like not the little kids. You gotta move a lot of over there. You could get hurt. I pull muscles on a regular basis. I went out job hunting today and I came home covered in bruises. I don't know how.
She has the right to be angry.
You gotta keep that fake smile on and keep schmoozing. You gotta keep up with the times. Then you gotta get a laptop, which maybe you probably already have one, but I know I don't because I've been a waitress my whole life. I haven't needed a laptop or a computer or anything. All right, it'd be nice to have one, but I don't have one.
Okay, so
right?
now...
And you all gotta get rid of your cats, all right, so we can live together. I can't deal with cats. No one else is gonna want to deal with your cats. People don't want to get scratched and get rid of the cats, okay? I mean, my dog died after 18 years. She was a Shih Tzu. I would love to have one, but it's like, if it means me living with a group of women in a very cute house where we're all like cute and organized and wear muumuus and we all can save money by living together, I'm not gonna have a dog just so I can survive, okay? Once I get my feet planted, then maybe I could think about getting a dog. We'd have to get a communal one though, you know. That's one of the biggest problems I've had with living with other people is they're always like, can I bring my cats? I'm like, well,
Come
you
and
know
go.
how many
Scary.
do you have? 3?
Realizing you're 50 with no
like,
retirement
get rid of the
savings.
cats, and then we can
I have been in banking for 30 years, okay? And it's getting down to the 11th hour of moving into that next phase of my life, aka retirement. And I went and put pen to paper and did some math and was horrified to find that I have enough money to retire for about 11 minutes. And I began to realize that no one is coming to save me. I'm gonna have to figure this out for myself.
I did a video about ageism in the workforce for people, especially in their 60s. And many young people on here are saying, oh, they're not hiring them because they're gonna retire soon. Saddest thing, guys. Many of them can't retire. A lot of them are going to be collecting Social Security. Social Security, look up what the average for Social Security is. Here, I'll help you. It's between this number and this number is the average for Social Security. Can you live off that much a month? This is not going to even cover most people's rent. Don't forget food, medication, and there could be a good chance by the time that you're 60, not even this is available for you. I know people who are extremely sick going into work after surgeries because they need to work just to have medical. So even though a lot of 60-year-olds are capable, sure, they would love to retire. Some love to work, but many are stuck in the cycle. They have to work till their last breath because this is not enough to live off of in the U.S.
That's so true.
People assumed that I retired. And the reality is that I did not retire. I took a new job and I will probably never be able to retire.
I feel like I am so far behind in retirement. I even think retiring at 80 is a dream for me right now. I'm not even joking. Early retirement, I feel like, is out the window unless I win the lottery.
Nurses are not eligible to retire until we're 67 years old. We have to work until we're 67 in order to receive full benefits. But they've blessed us with the opportunity for increased benefits.
I feel the same way.
Until age 70. Most of our patients are gone by age 70.
It's just crazy to me now that I go, be out or whatever, and I'm just starting to see a lot of senior citizens, retirees, right, in these jobs. Like the barista that was making my drink, she had to be in her 70s. Like,
I left my job at 62. A lot of people assumed that I retired. And the reality is that I did not retire. I took a new job and I will probably never be able to retire. I went through a divorce in my later 50s and had to start over. Even though I can't retire, what I can do is I can reinvent. I can reinvent myself as many times as I choose, as I need to, as I want to. And I just want to say that your job is not everything. And I do get that for some people, maybe it has to be at this point in time, as mine was. But there's so many different things that you could do to make your life a little more enjoyable and not be taken down by your job. And that was really what I did. I just took my power back and I found another job. And I just wanted to say that I think that we can all do this at any point in our lives. And I believe it, and that's how I'll live the rest of my life. And I don't even know if I would want to retire if I could. Well, I suppose it would be nice.
Want to say that I feel like I am so far behind in retirement. I even think retiring at 80 is a dream for me right now. I'm not even joking. Early retirement, I feel like is out the window unless I win the lottery. I just think that me getting cancer and going through all that entailed, the chemo, the radiation, the multiple surgeries, still having to go every 6 months to get checkups and to get an infusion, and then also going through a separation and a divorce back to back is like a double whammy for my finances. And I just feel like plus I was a stay-at-home mom for 7.5 years before before me and my ex decided to split up and I had to go back to work. So my ex, but I guess it was me too. I'm glad it happened, don't get me wrong, but it was definitely his choice initially, but now it's mine. 43, going to be 44 next month, and I just feel like retirement is so out of the realm of, I just don't know. I was an idiot. I was an idiot, and I focused a lot of my time and energy on building his career. And I was like, it's fine, because once the kids are in school, it'll be my turn and we'll work on me. And that didn't happen, and that sucks. But I can be a victim, or I can put my big girl panties on, which I do every day as a single mom, working 2 jobs, 7 days a week.
This is crazy because it's true.
Really focusing on me and my retirement and my future. And also, I got 2 kids that I want to at least help with college. Maybe not put them through all the way, but help them. I don't know. Help me, guys. Help me.
Eligible to retire until we're 67 years old. We have to work until we're 67 in order to receive full benefits, but they've blessed us with the opportunity for increased benefits if we work till age 70. Most of our patients are gone by age 70. The military, they get to retire after 20 years of service. The police, they get to retire after 20 years of service. Firefighters, they get to retire after 25 years of service. And teachers, they get to retire after 30 years of service. Of just those 4 professions that I've mentioned, all 4 of them have some form of protection. The police, it's obvious. The military, it's obvious. Firefighters have protection in order to do their job. There are efforts made to protect teachers, other staff, students. I get really angry think about this because as nurses, we don't have any form of protection. We are expected to be abused. We are discouraged from filing a police report. Actually, they'll find a way to fire us if we try to do that because they're not going to look like they didn't try to protect their nurses and their patients. And then if we are assaulted, we get asked, what could you have done differently? And during the assault, we're told to de-escalate. I'm like, how does the military de-escalate the enemy? How do the police de-escalate the criminal? What form of protection are firefighters allowed to wear in order to protect themselves? Typically, when the fire department is called, the police are dispatched as well. And schools have police officers on their campus, police officers with weapons. We come to work with a pair of scrubs. That's it. And we can't leave this profession until we're 67 in order to receive full benefits. And if they convince us to stay until we're 70, we can get increased benefits. 70 years old.
It's just crazy to me now that I go, be out or whatever, and I'm just starting to see a lot of senior citizens, retirees, right, in these jobs. Like the barista that was making my drink, she had to be in her 70s. But anyway, she had messed up. Because I be ordering the drink and you got to do this, you got to do that, whatever. But she messed up or whatever, and the younger guy, there was just 2 of them. So it was like a younger guy that was at the register, and then it was the barista, older woman. So when I was like, oh, they forgot to add add, I like to get a little bit of extra syrup in it, and I forgot to add it, which everybody does that. When I order my lavender drink, I always add 2 extra pumps, and for some reason they take out the simple syrup and they just add the 2 vanilla pumps, and it's like, no, I want the simple syrup and 2 extra vanilla pumps. Anyway, so she forgot that, which is normal. I go to different Starbucks, they always forget it. So the guy, he was like correcting her, and he was like showing her like where he marked it and all that. She's like, oh, I'm sorry. So I felt so horrible, and I'm like, oh, no, it's okay. You can just put the syrup in the drink you made. You don't have to make it over. So he was like, no, we're making it over because it's not gonna blend right or whatever. She was like, no, I'll make it all. But she had to been like, she had to been in her 70s, and but I don't know. I'm thinking she like in her 70s. She was a retiree. I don't care. She was a retiree. But my point is that that's sad. Those jobs are really supposed to be for like, the youth, younger folks, just getting into the workforce or whatever. But my point I'm making is that goes to show
That's so true.
that all these older senior citizens have to go back out and get a job. I can't imagine my mom would be 77. I cannot imagine her being a barista at Starbucks because she has to find or has to have extra money to live. That's my point here. It's like, I felt so horrible and stuff like that, and it bothers me. Senior citizen, like when I see old people out and they struggling, they have bags in their hand, it breaks my heart. Because I'm like, that could be my mom. Luckily, she has a person that attends to her and does her shopping and all that stuff. It just bothers me. And I know people retire and then they go back and they work, but 9 out of 10 times, it's not because they want to keep themselves active working. There's other things you can do to keep yourself active and on the go instead of going to get a second job. They're getting a second job to supplement their income because the retirement is not enough or they need more money to live. That's the point. That's the point here. Like, you're not going to sit there and tell me a 70-something-year-old woman wants to go work at Starbucks just for the fun of it. I doubt it. And if you do, I'm pretty sure there are cases that they do, but I doubt it. Not here in America. That lady's working because she need the money because she can't afford to live probably with. I'm just unhappy. It just bothers me. I don't know. That was just something I observed today that I'm just like, this